Hello everyone, my name's Dwayne and I am here to show you a video of my 1998 Seadoo Challenger 1800. This boat I currently have listed on Craigslist, and I've gotten a number of calls from just different individuals who want to see a video of the boat, and I've also promised to take a video of the boat, and so here I am. I'm going to talk about some of the features of the boat, and then we're going to take it out to the lake. We're going to take some videos of it out on the lake just to kind of show its performance and show that everything is in good working condition. I purchased this boat in 2012, and the boat was in pretty good condition when I purchased it. I decided over the course of time that I've had it that I would just start upgrading, a few things here and there, and then that kind of just ran rampant, and I decided to upgrade pretty much everything that I could upgrade on this particular boat. For a 1998 boat, this boat is in great condition. I've listed most of the items that I have either repaired, replaced, or upgraded online. And so it should be pretty self-explanatory what has been modified. As you can see here, just from my walk around of the hull, that everything is in tip-top shape. I have conditioned the gel coat on this boat to bring it back to that lustrous shine that it once had, probably when it was brand new. The gel coat when I purchased the boat wasn't in this condition. It wasn't bad, but it was just a little faded. And so I've gone through the process of buffing it, or essentially cleaning it, waxing it, buffing it, and then putting over a clear coat protectant. I've done that to the entire hull. And as you can see from this video, that everything here on this boat is in pretty good condition. A couple of things I want to point out that I specifically cleaned is right here at the exhaust port. Most of the time on these boats, you'll see where there's exhaust and oil residue that kind of leaks onto the hull from these ports, and it really stains the hull. And in this particular boat, I took the extra precaution and care to clean that up. In addition to that, while we're at the back of the boat, I went ahead and added a backup bilge pump. And the reason why I did that wasn't because I didn't trust the factory one that came with it, but I always just wanted to have a backup just in case there was ever any issue with the primary. So both bilge pumps have their own plumbing through the back of the hull, and that's kind of what you see here. Now, coming up to the rear deck, you can see that I have a couple of battery monitors, or a couple of not battery monitors, but battery chargers on the boat. And the reason because of that is because this is a boat that has dual batteries, and we'll get into that a little bit further when I hop into the boat and show some of the interior features of this particular craft. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, before I do that, just wanted to show that one of the wear items on this boat that always comes back damaged is the rear latch. This latch is rubberized, and so as you can see in this one, this is completely in good shape. This is brand new. I had this replaced. And then for the ladder itself, if I can pull it out here, that's in good shape as well. So as you can see, everything here is in great shape. I've pretty much replaced everything that I could replace. Anything that looked worn or damaged is in pristine shape. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of the boat before we take it out to the lake. Actually, this is a a great day to go out to the lake. I've got it hitched up to my truck right now. It might be a little difficult to see with the glare of the sun. But before we actually go into the interior of the boat, this is the front. You see the bow area here and the bow seats, and they're in pretty good condition. They're not brand new, but they're in pretty good condition. I did not restore these seats because they were in, like I mentioned, really good condition before I started the restoration project. Okay, so as I was saying, the two lights, the two fog lights up here are fully waterproof and are all LED based. Each lamp produces around 1,000 lumens of light power, and they have a flood type pattern, meaning they're going to give you a wide beam. Not necessarily a deep beam, but a wide beam, which is good for giving you a really good peripheral view around you. The nice thing about these lamps is that I set them up so that it wouldn't take much to maneuver them. So there is a wing nut on the side here, if I can kind of move, and you can see that this lamp is fully pulsable, right? And I tried to set up the wiring so that it would be as minimal as possible. So you can see that the wiring is actually tucked inside the lamp through here and then down through a special fitting that I put together for the lamp. Both lamps have this capability, and they work perfectly well. I believe I placed a picture online showing the boat with all the lamps on. Okay, so to the interior of the boat, and we're going to take a look at a number of the interior features. I'm going to hop up in here. As you can see, the seats are in pretty good condition, and I'll go through and give an overview of what's been updated and what hasn't been updated, and additional interior features of the boat. So we're going to start from the bow area, and then we're going to work our way back. So this is the bow area of the boat, and this is the bow backrest and the 3 bow cushions. Now the bow backrest and the 3 bow cushions were not restored, meaning the upholstery is the original upholstery that came with the boat, but they're in really good condition. And if I kind of duck down here, because I'm in the garage still, and I kind of turn towards the back of the, or towards the rest of the boat, and I think it might be a little difficult to focus in on that just because of the lighting. You can see I've got the passenger windshield and the captain's windshield. If we move farther back, here's the captain's seat, and here's the passenger seat. Now the bottom of the captain and passenger seats are the original. The tops were reupholstered a while back. And if we take a look over here at the helm, you can see here where we've got, I think I'm going to have to readjust the lighting, where we have the captain's gauges and everything, and we'll go through that here. See that I've placed a Uniden MC835 marine radio, and the actual radio microphone and speaker are here, right here next to the steering wheel. This radio is fully operational. Along with that, I've actually added a Hawkeye depth finder. And this is actually a performance depth finder, meaning that it will report very accurate depth at any speed that the boat can travel. Here I put a water temp sensor. I've got the 3 gauge clock, compass, and exterior temperature located right below the water temperature gauge. And then right next to that I have if I can get good lighting on it, I have a battery voltage meter. And the battery voltage meter is important, especially with the use of 2 batteries. It gives me a good indication of when I might need to switch from one battery to another. And we'll take a look at that here real briefly as well. This right here is where the GPS is placed. And right now I don't have the GPS in the boat, but this boat does come with a Lowrance Endura GPS. The GPS is IP67, I believe, rated, meaning that it's fully submersible. And if you're within the greater Nashville areas, I do have topographical maps of the local lakes within the area. If we take a look at, see if I can get better view of this here. If we take a look at the passenger area, you'll see a couple of things that are unique to this boat versus other boats, and that is, lighting is not very good right now, but that is that this particular passenger compartment is functional. I've added these brackets here. The original cover used plastic brackets here, and in almost all the boats of this age, those plastic brackets wear away. And so a lot of the boats you see at this age, this particular compartment is not there, at least the cover. If we take a look at the inside here, you see that I've done some updating to this area. I've put in a new receiver here that is waterproof. And then over here I've got the receiver has a detachable face, even though I never use the detachable face. The receiver, I always leave it attached here. See here I've got a couple of remotes. One is for the TV tuner, which will show its operation here in a little bit, and then one is for the actual receiver itself. So let's go ahead and power the boat up. Now the nice thing about this boat is that I've placed a dual battery switch in a very convenient location. Most of the boats have this battery switch placed in the bilge area, and I've decided to rewire it so that the battery switch is placed in a location that's easily accessible to someone using the boat. I've placed it in that area to avoid any type of water splash or water ingress that the part could experience during use. Now if we take a look down below, you'll see that I went ahead and I just made a connection here, the 3 lines that connect to the battery switch, and then I just put a grommet and completely waterproof that so there wouldn't be any intrusion from outside the boat to inside this compartment here, and vice versa. So we take a look here. This battery switch has an off, battery number 1, on, and then battery number 2. Now typically when I use the boat, I usually use it in position number 1. Position number 1 is that starting battery, and then position number 2, I'll change this switch over to position number 2 when I'm docked and I want to listen to, let's say, the stereo for a little while and want to watch some TV or watch a video or just kind of hang out and I don't want to turn off the boat. Battery number 2, which is on position number 2, is a deep cycle battery, meaning that the deep cycle battery can handle long discharges. Battery number 1 is a starting battery, and so if you're out on the lake for some extended period of time, you don't want to chance not having enough power in your battery to restart your motor. So whenever, like I said, once again, I'm out on the lake and I need to just kind of hang out and listen to music or so for a while, I'll just move over to battery number 2. It'll always give me enough. It'll always give me the peace of mind that I'll have enough battery power when I go back and I want to start the motors back up. So just for the sake of this video here, I'm going to move over to position number 2. So now the boat's powered, and I believe you probably heard the beep from the depth finder, and it's powered from the deep cycle battery. So let's go back here and let's take a look at some of the features of the stereo. So once again, like I mentioned before, the stereo has a number of features, and one of the first features I'll show here will be the TV tuner. So this is the remote for the TV tuner. I just turned it on. You can see the indicator for the TV tuner just turned on here, and it's green. The TV tuner is fully controlled through the remote, and I'll show why here in a little bit. This is the remote for the stereo, and we'll turn on the stereo here, and so we'll see it turn on. Let's turn down the volume a little bit, and we'll turn over to the TV. So now we're watching TV, and I'm not sure what station this is right now. It looks like maybe one of the local stations here in Nashville, but I can actually, let's see, let's go through the station list and let's see if we can find maybe a local nationally syndicated station. So I'm not sure. I think this is I'm not sure. I think this might be CBS. As you can see from the video, it does have closed captioning, so you can see the closed captioning appear on the screen. And we are watching live TV here. Other features of this stereo include USB right here, auxiliary port. It's plugged right now to ensure that there's no water that gets in there. And then the DVD, CD is here, and then below is a spot for the SD card slot. This face comes off and you can insert the SD card slot down there. So let's push that back into place, and we'll see that the video comes right back on. So we'll turn off the stereo, and we'll turn off the TV tuner. There we go. And we'll move over to the helm. We'll show some of the features here. So right now, since the boat is powered, we can see that we have a battery voltage indication, and we're at 12.8 volts, which is indicative of a fresh, healthy battery. We've got the water temperature meter, and this can be displayed in Celsius or Fahrenheit, so I just changed over to Fahrenheit. You see it's reporting 74.3 degrees, which is the air temperature of the sensor right behind the boat. And we have the depth finder. So a couple of other features I want to show here, one being the actual marine radio. And we can turn on marine radio here by just turning on. As you can see, right now it might be difficult to see the screen, but we're on channel 16. See if I can get a good view of the screen here. There we go. So we're on channel 16, and channel 16 is just the hailing station for any type of distress or any type of initiating call you want to make out on the water. I can let's see, go to one of the weather stations here.
Emergency Management Agency.
And you can hear that.
In Nashville at 1 p.m.
You can hear the radio is fully functional. This radio is a 1 watt / 20 watt transmit power. So if you need to transmit at a lower power, you don't want to your transmission to go to everybody out into a wider area, you can just select between the 1 watt and 20 watt functions, and that is done by the high-low button here. and it has a dual scan, channel 16, immediate watch. It's got the channel indicator here, so we can scroll through the various channels here just by turning this knob here. So we're scrolling through the weather channels here. We can scroll through any of the other channels. We can immediately go to channel 16 here. Like I mentioned before, the microphone speaker, or the microphone itself, is located right here next to the steering wheel. And then if we take a look over here, you'll see that I have a couple of extra pull toggles, and those pull toggles are what control the fog lights here. So if I pull this one out here, you'll see that this one right here has turned on. Of course, it's a little difficult to see during the day, and if I push it in, you see it turns off. And the same thing with the lamp, or the button, or the pull right next to it, on, off. And so all that's controlled here right at the helm. I've got the forward, neutral, and reverse levers here. If I can, and we'll see that those are fully functional here. And the throttles are fully functional. Of course, we'll show that a little bit better when we go out to the lake. I've got an antenna here. This antenna is for the marine radio. And then the antenna on the other side is for the stereo TV. We can come in here and take a look inside this compartment here. This is a cooler bin that has always come with these boats. If we lift this out, you'll see that if we look in here, I have in here the marine amplifier, and then down here I have built the actual TV tuner. And that TV tuner was built completely by myself. What I had done is I had taken one of the standard digital TV tuners, ripped out all the guts, put a new power supply with it, encapsulated it in a watertight compartment, put a watertight grommet on it, sealed it, and ran wires through to the helm area. So that's how we're able to see TV here. This is the second area. Here I always keep just a little bit of two-stroke API TC, not TCW3 oil, which is the right oil that's supposed to be used for the jet boat and jet ski motors. And then this right here is just the boat cover that comes with the boat. And so that'll be a part of the boat cell. In addition to that, one thing that I did do with this boat when I had gotten it is I replaced all the cup holders. The cup holders that came with the boat were pretty cracked, and none of the cups would fit in there because the cup holder would just fall through the hole. So you can see now I have all new cup holders. Let's see, anything else? Here's the back seat, and the back seat is completely recovered. Everything was completely redone. This whole section here where we have the back armrest and then the spoiler and sun deck were completely redone. I have this bimini top here, which I have completely installed. I purchased one and installed it, and all of the hardware and everything for the bimini top are brand new. So if we climb over the back side here and step onto the back of the boat, you can see that everything is still in pristine condition. One of the things I had to do is I had to buy a new trim piece to the spoiler, and so you can see that I have that here, and that goes all the way around the back side of the boat. I think that's pretty much it for the most part as far as the exterior and interior of the boat go. Hopefully this answers all the questions that have come up as far as features of the boat. One of the things I forgot to mention was when I purchased the boat, this latch right here was plastic, and I replaced that with a stainless steel latch. And I think a lot of these are damaged just because the plastic doesn't hold up to the constant wear and tear that these see from people walking over the This is the ski locker, and that's just, you know, pretty normal. Everything's in pretty decent condition there. We have the key here and the post, which is kind of hard to see, but we'll show all that when we get out to the lake, when the lighting gets much better, because the lighting it's a little difficult to see now. So there you go. So the next video will be this boat out on the lake. I'll have the kids with me. They always enjoy going out to the lake, and we'll see you there. All right, well, I've got the boat out at the lake. I have just gotten to the lake here, and we're about to put it in. The ramp is pretty empty right now. This is just for everybody who wants to know, this is Old Hickory Lake, just north of Nashville in the Hendersonville area. This is the boat here. Just make a quick walk around here. We put the bimini top up this time to kind of show how the top looks. This is a look at the top here. I'm going to take obviously a video of it as we get it out on the water and before we go on our way. But it's much better, it's much easier to see everything in the light. There are the kids, they're having fun, or they're about to have fun. They always enjoy taking a, hey bud. Hey. They always enjoy taking a day out on the lake. Hey Eris. And so actually it's quite a bit easier to see a lot of the features now that I was referring to in the captain's area.
Dave, if I sit over there, I'll get sunburned.
Yeah, okay. Well, you don't want that to happen. And over here, okay. Hey, can you put the drain plug in?
If I sit over here,
Yeah, can you put the drain plug in?
okay.
Yep, that's fine. And so,
But it's still going.
fine. So we'll go ahead and launch the boat here in a little bit. Let's see here. There's my son putting the drain plug in, and we're almost ready to go. So next video will be out on the lake with the boat actually running. Okay, we've just put the boat into the water. I launched it myself, so it took a couple more minutes than it normally does if there's multiple people with me. As you can see, sitting in the water here. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna hop on. I don't have any ropes with me right now, and so my son is gonna have to hold the boat on the dock here. Thank you. Yeah, good job. So you can see the boat sits nicely in the water, and so we're gonna go ahead and start out and get started here real quick. I'm gonna have to wash my foot off so I don't get dirt into the boat. Okay, you can go ahead and get in, bud.
Put it on the boat, Dad.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit of dirt. Rinse that right off. Okay, go ahead and get in.
You sure?
Yep. All right, I'll hold it while you get in. Go ahead.
I gotta wash my hands.
Okay, thank you.
But can I wash my hands off too?
No, you can stay in the boat.
That's my spot. I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
Roger was sitting in my spot.
Oh, okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get started. I already have the post on the key, so we're just going to start up the motors. And my son is going to hold the video here.
I'm gonna get a view of the back.
No, you can get a view. You can.
Then we're going down to the waterfalls.
All right. So come and take a video right here.
This?
Yeah, you can see that both motors are setting nicely in the water at 1500 RPM. Depth finder's working great. The temperature gauge is working great. The water temperature right now is 79.3. The voltage meters are reporting 14.5 volts or so, which is great, which is showing that the regulators in the boat are actually making power and charging the battery. I wanted to grab this off the other boat just to show that, yes, I do have a GPS, and this is it. And I'm going to put it in the boat here, and then we're going to be on our way out on the water. All right, so we're out on the lake now. We're just in a marina.
Don't look at the back of the boat.
So we'll get started here in a little bit. Hey boy, come and show the GPS. So now got the GPS on the boat.
Here, I zoomed in. Watch out.
And this is where it's located. Works great. Well, we're going to get started here in a little bit.
Here, I zoomed in.
Now go ahead and zoom out. All right, we'll be on our way. You can go ahead and take a seat over there, bro. You can go ahead.
Pause it.
You can go all the way around. So as you can tell, we're just now getting back to the dock here. I was running out of space on my phone to take this video. So we're back at the dock, and hopefully you got to get a good idea of how well this boat runs and how it performs on the lake. If you have any questions or comments, please just give me a call, and I'll gladly answer your questions. All right, bye-bye.